Hello everyone, welcome back to the Grim Dawn Melee Pistols walkthrough. It is I, your host, Professor Reha. And what were we doing? Oh yeah, we could potentially... Well, that's not the correct Aether Resistance. We need to hypothetically wander here. And 41... 66... yeah, 66, if we use that. We could make an attempt, theoretically speaking. We'll give it a shot. We'll test with the... Actually, I should probably also... There we go. We'll test with, the Ancient Grove first, because that's, like I've said before, that's only 50% ether damage output. The other half of the enemies do chaos and vitality, so we'll start with that and see how that goes. I have 85% vitality resistance because of what I have equipped, so we're in pretty good shape on that front. We have plenty of potions, or I suppose they're actually specifically tonics. So we shouldn't really have that much of a problem here, especially as we are finally finished with Inquisitor seals, so we should actually be able to hit a little bit harder everything in the famed Ancient Grove. We are going to just ignore that poison ball. It never happened. You saw nothing. You're still worth my time, so that's good. Alright. Get rid of you really quick. There we go. Actually, theoretically, since Demon Fire is temporary, or Demon's Breath, excuse me, I should put this on here. There we go. Alright. So far, so good. You can see where the damage absorption of the Inquisitor seal is really carrying some work here. Pardon me. There we go. I had to itch my face. Specifically my right eyebrow, if you were curious. There we go. Inquisitor seal is so incredibly powerful at max level, it really is quite remarkable. Just so you can see how much of a difference it makes in my damage intake. Of course, we'll naturally be working on the Arcane Empowerment to increase our damage output, which will help us in Elite, and then we'll start working on Word of Renewal, which will keep us alive for the second half of Elite, and also for Brain Cramp. Ultimate, thank you. You should kick the bucket before this Inquisitor seal ends. Yeah, not really a huge problem there. Alright, good. Slight energy difficulties with this setup so far, but that's okay. Pardon me. Thank you. Excellent. Alright, excellent. So let's make one more attempt at this and see how this goes. This should go a little bit better this time. I have better Aether resistance, enough to at least push it over 50%, which is fairly important. I have to get used to the fact that I've switched up these abilities now. I mean, a lot of these guys just get wiped out just by attacking me, which is pretty awesome. There we go. We're adjusting, we're adjusting. That's right. Just wipe you out here. There we go. You deflected that, despite the fact that you have no visible shield or anything like that. Nice. That was a terrible stun jack. I don't even know what the heck that was about, but alright. It's not quite as well aimed as it could have been. That was misfire. Alright, there we go. Now, I'm not worried about the boosts on this floor here, specifically, because it's not really going to be that big of a problem. Use a quick tonic of mending there. Hello. Yeah, let's just throw down a whole bunch of these Inquisitor seals and see how you guys deal with that, huh? How do you like that, apple? I keep forgetting. There we go. Rime Frost is always cold damage, which we never want. Nope, thank you. We'll pass on the mushrooms. Don't do shrooms, kids. Even in video games. Video games. Pardon me. There we go. I'm not sure where these guys came from. They're kind of late to the party again. Hello. Goodbye. I'm expecting a visit from the guys over there. You just will lay on the floor. And there they go. Lure them in a little bit first here. I'm in no rush. There we go. Oh, hello. Capital, capital. Beautiful. Excellent. Take care of that little problem. And goodbye. Some random stone tusks. That was a good throw. Well, kind of. Is this? Nope, that's terrible. Alright. Fair enough. Fair enough. You're... I didn't even know where you came from, but alright. Sure. That was not great. Not a great stun jack. There we go. There we go. Okay. And boppity bop. I mean, a lot of these guys just die off the instant they come within my Aura of Censure range, so doesn't really make a difference. Hello. Well, this is exciting. Set down another Inquisitor seal just to make sure we're safe. Use a tonic there. Another Inquisitor seal is always in order. Oh, there's a hero here. That's part of the problem. Get out of here. No one wants you around. Get. My goodness. There's your hero right here, too. Fair enough. You're just going to keep spawning plants. We're just going to go ahead and deal with that. We're going to throw the Demon's Breath over to these guys. Here we go. And now we can get rid of you guys the old-fashioned way. We also need to get rid of you, though. There you go. Another Empowered Slithbane. I think that's my third total. Alright, there we go. No, 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 no. We don't do that here. Thank you. And... terrible. Alright, thank you. Hello. I'll just stand in this poison for absolutely no good reason. Thank you very much. I am not okay. Thank you for asking. I thought there was one of those larger plants there, but nah. I was just being bamboozled by my own insanity. Wait, are those actually good? No. That is also not what we really need either. Goodbye. Alright. So, let's party. Oh, wait, hold on. We have stragglers. No, actually, stragglers isn't quite the word for these guys, is it? We have interruptions. There we go. Surprised that plant down there didn't transform. Okay, now we're going to Arcane Empower here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you can't hurt me as long as I got my... well, you can't hurt me enough with my Inquisitor Seals. There we go. 2 vortexes, huh? Get out of here. That's not going to help you. Praetorian face guard, shotgun, leggings. I don't do chaos and poison damage, so that's kind of a moot point, but alright. We won't activate the Spirit Bane Ointment quite yet, but we're going to be pretty close. Alright, we're not quite as high in vitality damage, resistance as I thought, but that's fine. 5 Ogden Blooms, which is nice. They're sometimes a little bit hard to get a hold of. You either get a ton of them or you get, like, none at all. It's very odd. It is extremely inconsistent, at least for me. I don't know what everyone else's experience is like. That's generally been my experience with Ogden Blooms. It's incredibly inconsistent. Alright, good. Head to the left again, because I'm greedy and insane. Which is not a good combination, in all honesty. Like, let's be really honest. That is not the kind of combination you want to see in somebody. I mean, to be greedy alone can be bad enough, but to be insane and greedy? Nah, you just don't have that in your life. It's fine for spectating, but don't have that in your personal life. Unless they make up for it somehow. I don't know what I have to offer, but hi. Yes, we should be okay. Do we have a... Yeah, we do. Okay, we'll use that too, because I'm slightly paranoid. Alright. We'll just get rid of you really quick. While I get silenced out of everything, apparently. I don't quite know what that story was about, but let's not do that, please. Somebody is really going to town on my abilities, and I really don't like it. Is it you? No, it's not you. Well, who is this turd? Is it you? No, I must have killed the guy who's doing it. Alright. Get rid of you really quick. Throw down another Inquisitor Seal. Oh, standing in Aether. Not anymore. Good. I just completely unnecessarily focused that plant out, which there was no real reason to. There we go. Okay, that was not quite as bad as I was expecting, except for that moment where somebody was silencing me out of all of my abilities. That was not a happy moment. You really don't want to see that one. Alright, that's fine. And let's see. I need to go here, specifically. You got anything for me? No. I'm also under attack. You're actually always... you're pretty consistently a trap. I don't know why I didn't think that you wouldn't be this time. Moment of weakness, I guess. Alright, good. I knew as soon as I saw Ulrin's Wrath that wasn't going to be anything I would need. Ulrin's Wrath, there's a hero down there. Okay, get rid of the ice guy. There we go. Fortunately, my elemental resistance is incredibly high. So is my vitality and chaos resistance. Get rid of you next. There we go. Hello. You weren't supposed to be here, but alright. You're gonna need to go. And you just all get wiped out immediately, which is fine with me. Alright. Now we are still pretty healthy on the Aether resistance. No. Hold on. Let's get rid of this first. Let's take care of this small problem first. I don't want these guys shelling me over the wall, which could happen. We good? Yeah, we're fine. Alright, excellent. Alright, round 2, turd. Okay, you still hit like a steam train. Alright. You just stand there and spit large quantities of trash. Okay, cool. This is going to be painy. No matter how I look at this, you're absolutely a nightmare. can I actually... Hold on. What if I wasn't so close to you? This is a little more manageable. I apparently have some small ability to die. Holy cow. Some of his shots are just randomly going wild for some reason. I'm not quite sure what that was about, but alright. Fantastic. Alright. We'll wait for the health potion to come up. There we go. That's fine. We'll just have to take this very slow, very steady. Poison acid doesn't really concern me that much. I finally have good poison acid resistance. Good. Actually, if I just run around you like this pretty consistently, my Aura of Censure will actually do a lot of damage to you. Interesting. That could have been a little better. Use a health potion there just because I'm mildly paranoid. Oh, that was a good one. He walked into some of that though. Let's not die here. Let's wander out a little bit. There we go. Come back in. Health potion. Stun jacks. Oh, that was almost fatal. Okay. He's shooting faster as he goes slower in health, which is the problem here. You can see his attack speed increasing. Use that health potion. You are getting very aggressive. There we go. Well, we did that. Was it worth it? No. No, I don't think it was, honestly. Those gloves, though. Interesting. Those are nice gloves. I'll probably find something better by the time I get actually to wherever, though. I forgot to check these. Poisonous. Dealing additional poison damage. Okay, that's fine. More resistant to the Aether. That's good. That actually is probably what saved me there. So that's pretty nice. Forgot to check that beforehand. Probably should have. I mean, it doesn't make a huge difference there. It does explain why I was unable to really effectively stand in the poison, though. I don't think I'll need an... Yeah, I won't. I was going to say, I don't think I'm going to need any kind of Inquisitor seal for these dweebs. I didn't. But I don't know what's over here. And I know there's another boss that just wanders randomly around, so we kind of want to keep an eye out for him. Don't know what that story is going to do. Okay, I thought that was him. It's not him. Just some completely random thing. Alright, we got this problem up over here. Yeah, you summon your little spider turrets, they'll just drop that immediately. Don't even worry about it. Alright. Just get rid of you really quick. Get rid of you next. Come back over here, deal with you. And then finally finish you off again. There we go. Now where is... No hero this time? Normally there's a large ghost crab that wanders around pretty aimlessly that just randomly assaults you for no reason. Let's see if we can find him really quick. He usually drops some good stuff. It's usually down here. Where are you at? Well, this is fairly messy. Alright. We took care of it, though. Which is great, I guess. But, wow. Alright. Did not expect the horde to come rolling on in. My goodness. Is there no ghost crab anymore? I distinctly remember there being a giant ghost crab that attacks you. No, it doesn't look like there is anymore. Okay. I guess we'll just move on with our lives. I don't know why there's an elixir of spirit there. There was no reason to. My energy was probably... There he is. I knew it. I knew it. I knew he was here. You actually don't hit that hard. We will be okay. Your cronies just kind of die to me anyways, like regardless. Hey! Horn of Gandar, Inquisitor. No, this is not something I really need. The Acid Chaos Poison? No, I don't need this. It's incredibly good, though, for an extremely specific build, but it's not what we need here. I mean, the armor is incredible, but the Chaos Resistance... I need that Chaos Resistance that I currently have. So we're going to have to leave that one alone, at least for now. That may change, depending on how the elemental resistance is. No, we're probably not going to need to change that, honestly. I think we'll be fine. Alright, well, we finally got through this portion, which is really nice. We had our Spirit Bind Ointment fall off, so we're going to replace that. Probably we'll need to replace the Royal... Yeah, we will. The Royal Jelly Ointment. Do I have an anti-fire one? No. Alright. That could be slightly concerning. The final boss here does a large quantity of fire damage, but I have over 50% excess fire resistance, so I'm not really sure how relevant that's going to be. There we go. Alright, that's blocked off, so we don't care. That was mediocre Sunjacks. Throw some weak Sunjacks. That was terrible. What the heck? There we go. Better, better. Much better, actually. Good. Okay. You can go away now. Nice. Ultimate's Wrath trigger right off the top. Very nice. Oh, hey, wait. This is sweet. Alright, yeah. Okay. I'm down for this. Give me some of that. Now, you may be confused. Why does this only increase the main hand or the right hand damage and not the left hand damage? Well, that essentially comes down to the simple point of the one on the right having the Hell's Bane ammo. So that's why. That's what it comes down to, because the Hell's Bane ammo increases my lightning damage, which is fairly obvious, but what's more significant here is that the Devil Touched ammo increases chaos damage by 30%. I don't do a whole lot of that. That's a temporary filler that I've got until I can find something better, so we're going to go ahead and equip that in main hand, and then we're going to immediately slap on this new Devil Touched ammo we've already got, right on here. It doesn't have the augment, but that doesn't really matter at this point in time. We can replace that fairly easily. Also, at level 62, I will be crafting new pistols for myself as well. Where is the entrance to the... There's a whole aether area that we can go through, that we can get crystals out of that I really want to go through. Is it over here? I can never remember. It's farther up then. Okay. It must be... Oh, here we go. That's where it is. Get rid of you really quick, because you're just going to be a problem. And this should be interesting. Now, the reason why you generally want to go through here is, first off, it's a secret, so that's just a good time. Second off, a lot of these guys give you reputation bonuses for the... Okay, we're going to need to back up a little bit here. For the Mammoth Resistance, the... Black Legion, they also get rep bonuses for killing these people, because most of these count as Ethereal Vanguards. So that's fairly powerful. We've wiped out a lot of the people we need to wipe out here. Need to get rid of this really quick first. That is going to be a problem. There we go. Alright. Problem solved. Arcane, the Inquisitor seal, incredible. That is primarily why we survived that there. You can go too, thank you. Furthermore, aether crystals are always a good time. You should always be seeking aether crystals. Alright, good. Just absolutely tear through this. Good. Blast through all of this nonsense. There we go. Alright. Get out of my face. Okay. And we just run through the rest of it. I think we go this way? Yeah. I'm surprised neither of them... oh, he came back. As an electrified guy, which is fairly interesting. Good old Thunder Bloom. Uh-huh. You know what, we're gonna engage these guys in battle because I can. Alright. Boom. Okay, now we just run on up and kill the boss, theoretically speaking, and we should be all set. What is this? Terrible, that's what that is. Thank you. Somebody's blocking my abilities again. Can we not do that, please? Okay, we're gonna back up for a second here, because I need to put down a new Inquisitor seal. That other one was not as fresh as I would like. Who is blocking my abilities? Is it you? It was somebody. It's somebody still. I had a brief moment where I was able to put down another Inquisitor seal, which was nice. I'm pretty sure it's Valclaw. We are good. That was a bit interesting, but we got it. That's interesting. Need that bleeding resistance more, though. Was that... Oh, hold on. We have plants being stubborn here. There we go. Let me see. That's not the one. I was hoping this would have some kind of thing that would increase Demolitionist or something, but nah, I don't have that kind of luck. Huh. Not right now, anyways. Okay. Still absolute terrible. Hold on. Oh, wait. It's a trap. Little did I know it was a poopy trap. There we go. Oh, pardon me. There we go. Corpse dust, thank you. I don't really need it, but thanks for all the memories. Alright, Tromonamuth. This should be interesting. Fire resistance nice and high, so we'll have to see if that's high enough. Okay, you slap. You also have absolutely no depth perception. That was kind of terrible, but that's okay. Is that even going to hit me? Nah, it doesn't really. Okay. You can play this pretty safe then. Ooh, that's not safe. We're just gonna almost die, I guess. That's cool. Okay, sure. Why are you more dangerous? Well, I know why you're more dangerous now. Yo. Not bad. Decent. Yeah. You can slap the air. That's nice. Tell someone who cares. Walk into my stun jacks, please. I mean, it was only 2 of them, so it's not that impressive, but still. Get him up against the wall. Actually, I think I can hit him with more stun jacks as they bounce off the wall. Yep, there we go. Oh, you are a little bit closer than I was expecting you to be. That's fair enough. Yeah, you throw your vines, I'll throw my stun jacks. We'll see who wins. Still me. Alright, this is when he goes fire mode, which is actually probably a little better for us, except for the random cronies he's gonna get. Yeah, these random flames of doom. I mean, again, my fire resistance is higher than most of my other resistances. My elemental resistances in general do really well, but he still is tearing through my HP at an uncomfortable rate. So we're still going to want to keep an eye on that. Alright. Nope. We're going to run for this and get rid of these. Singed plants of inconvenience. We're going to use a health potion there because I'm clearly burning to death. Alright. I mean, we'll just wear him down slowly. It's just not a huge deal here. Fortunately, my new pistol does do electric damage over a lot of other damage types, so it'll be more effective against him overall. Get rid of that really quick. Throw that out there. Nice miss, bro. And whoops, time to go. Okay, that kind of hurt. I'm going to run through Fireland, so we'll just potion that up. There we go. Have some stun jacks. Don't you have a friend over here? Oops. Yeah, you do, but gotta run first. There we go. Not bad. Could have been better. That was weak. That was weak. I timed that rather well. There we go. That's a tough angle. Alright. Yeah, we'll take a no on that one. Fortunately, my fire resistance is pretty good. If my fire resistance was much lower, this would be way more ugly. Way uglier would probably be the appropriate grammar there, but whatever. Stay in school, kids. Outrun that. That's fine. Oh. Not today, Zerg. Isn't there a plant over here? Nah, I already killed that. Okay. You're not cutting me off the pass. Get out of here. You think I was born yesterday? Nah, I didn't just fall off the turnip truck. Come on. Oh, nope. Whoa. That was a close call there. Oh, you're getting fast. Hold up. This is a problem. That means actually stun jacks will become more effective against you, which is kind of an interesting concept. I can use his speed against him, but first I gotta get rid of his cronies. There we go. Keep on coming, keep on coming! Don't hesitate. Come on. Walk into them. There you go. No, we don't need you around. Get out of here. Thank you. Are you lost? Seemed kind of confused there. Alright. Oh. Can't be having you running around. There we go. Let's not stand in the fire. I think that's a fantastic idea. Where are you at? There you are. My goodness, you're insane. There we go. Oh, what are you doing? Get out of here. My goodness. Seriously. Let's see if we got anything useful. Aether Fire, War Mace. Decent boots. I don't think they're actually that worth it. Pierce resistance, Aether resistance, probably not, no. Blaze Thread Sash, which is really nice. Interesting. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Champion of the Light. No. Although I do know... Oh. Yeah, I think I know what I can use that with. That's a one-handed axe, so we don't care. That's another axe. Spalders. Yep. free experience we really don't need right now, but sure. We'll just roll with it. Wow. Aether damage, of course. Oh, that's actually not bad. It's actually really nice. I actually want to equip that just with the chaos resistance, bleeding resistance. Pierce resistance goes down. Well, we'll save that up. But that's something we could equip in the future. Definitely. Not that big of a deal. Nah, never mind. I don't care what you're planning. Get out of my face. Okay, Arcane Empowerment, which is awesome. We now are going to be able to slap even harder. For the rest of this episode, we won't be going into Velbrae Port. That is just, it takes too long. That is one of the longest key dungeons, and that would really stretch out the episode past where I would really want it to go, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to go through and clear out some of this stuff here. Just go ahead and deal with this. Nah, we'll find better ones. One day I'll have a character. I actually might make this my grind character. Potentially. Alright. Since this is actually a really good build to grind with, because you can tackle pretty much anything with this, it does make a difference. It's good for all occasions. Which one of these? Okay, that one. It's got a response to pretty much everything. Right, so we're level 61, so that's nice and all. Okay, so what we're going to do... I don't think I did not get the actual quest to do the brothers thing. Alright, yeah. So now we're going to just go on ahead and go do that. Now, let me see. The first place we need to go to is the Temple of Osyr. The Slay aspirants are over here. We also have the Temple of Osyr we actually need to go into. I forgot about that, honestly. These guys are almost too low for me. You can see where they're at level just 61. Probably a couple of levels from now we're going to have a problem. I'm going to be looking for, I think, shoulder pads if my memory serves. I think there's a set of shoulder pads. Are they Corvan or Corvac? I can't... Some kind of shoulder guards that somebody drops around here that is good for my specific combination, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. I might be mistaking it for some other class combination. That's right. Okay, so we're going to just toast you really quick. Okay, so that's blocked off, so we got to go this way. Okay, just get rid of all of this. And you'll notice that I haven't really been needing to use my Inquisitor seal. A lot of these enemies are either not great against fire. The mummies aren't, most of the maggots aren't. There are obviously specialized fire zombies and maggots. You can see these coming in now. The Scorcher mummies, the fire maggots. These don't really care about my fire damage, but everything else pretty much has a rough time. The spirit people, I don't remember what they're called off the top of my head. I'll mention them when I see them specifically. They have a medium-ish resistance to fire, but of course Aura of Censure reduces the elemental resistance of enemies, so that doesn't really make a difference. These guys. The Possessed Armors. Yeah, they kind of don't care about their elemental resistance is okay. I guess I would describe it as. It's bad with Aura of Censure going on here. Hello. Oh, so you dare approach me? Get out of here. Alright. Random crossbow, no one needs. Now for this quest, we're just trying to make it to the end over here, so we don't really need to worry too much about fully exploring this area, in all honesty. Just trying to beeline to the end so I can absolutely wipe the floor with the boss. And then get out of dodge. Might as well open this while we're here, though. Hey, a mace, thanks. That was not great. But alright. Get you out of the way. Not even an issue. Groups are my specialty. Actually, this build is just really good, pretty much getting rid of everything once you get it up high enough. I didn't ask for your mummified opinion, thank you. No. You get over here. There we go. I mean, they'll all burn to death as they come around the corner anyways, so. Get out of here. Okay, I took the... No, we're fine. I thought I'd taken the slightly longer way around, but nah, we're actually good. Alright. That's blocked off. Of course it is. Guess we are gonna have to take the long way around. Sure thing. That's what we love to see. Come on. There you go. That was a swift kick for the jar, huh? Alright. Boom. Excuse me? I could do with less of this. There we go. I mean, it's just all weak sauce at this point. A lot of these enemies don't have the kind of resistance to my damage types that the Chthonics do. And I'm resistant enough to their damage types, unlike the ethereal enemies, so we're pretty much golden at this point. I mean, there's the occasional exception to that rule, obviously. These mummified scorchers are obvious examples, but overall... Actually, that belt had potential. That belt is trash, never mind. Strike that, reverse it. I see the word Aether, I'm out. I don't do Aether damage, and I don't even have the option to do so. Suppose that statue didn't come alive to attack me. Hello, everyone! Wow, there's a lot of peeps here. Alright. This is pretty hectic. Am I actually getting through? Oh, no, they're healing. Okay, hold on. This is actually a problem. We are going to need to do something about this pretty immediately. Okay, you're gone. You're all that's left now. I somehow blast through all of the healing. Okay, that was very exciting. This is cool. That's nice. Now, I don't need this right now, but this is something else that I'm going to want to put aside, like the menacing crest here, because eventually, I'm obviously not going to have the pendant, I'm not going to have the Royal Exuberance set on the whole time, obviously. Full spread is a really sweet deal there, so that's actually pretty nice. Oh my goodness. Alright. There we go. And down we go. I can already see from the minimap that other way was blocked off. This guy's gonna come up and try to kill me. Surprise, surprise. Just take care of him really quick. Good. Okay. Can we go this way? Maybe? Actually, this way would be a little faster, I think. Alright. Yeah, it looks like we can go all the way from this path. This is a bit premature, I think. Would have been better safe with these guys. Doesn't matter, though. You're a little anxious, huh? Alright. My goodness. That was useless. Celestial sarcophagus, my foot. Oh, that's actually not bad. The armor is weak. The vitality is okay. The bleeding is nice enough. Poison acid resistance goes down, which we really don't want in our lives. The armor is lower. Almost good. We almost had something good going there, but not quite. Oh, excuse me, couldn't you have waited like everyone else normally does? I mean, seriously, pretty much every time I get jumped, they are always too late to the party. But nah, those guys decided to actually be on time. Alright. Fair enough to you. More power to you. You're gonna, yeah. Predictable. You're not gonna be able to get a word in edgewise, though. You know, when I first started playing this game, I had a really hard time with these guys. How far I've come over the course of numerous years. Yeah, we'll just take care of you. Yeah, so I'd like to pick this up and read this today. There you go. Hold on, we can't leave these guys back here by themselves. Unsupervised? I don't know where they came from, but whatever. I mean, it's not like the lightning orbs are actually hurting me. Let's be really honest here. Alright. This should be interesting. I mean, the freezing is unpleasant, but I don't overall think this is going to be... Okay, this is going to be a bit of a problem here. His ice damage is absolutely slapping me. We're otherwise fine, though. Okay, I just used a health potion, so we should be fine here. At least for a little bit. Alright, you just used your ice potion. Your ice potion. Your ice attack. I have my health potion up. And now you're dead. Here's the Eye of Ecker. There it is. Thank you. What is his belt? Oh my goodness, no. Absolutely terrible. That's what that is. We're going to grab the Soleil Aspirants first. They should be... we might as well get rid of these mummies up here first, though. They're going to be a pain in the neck. Get out of here. There we go. Oh. There. Now we don't have a problem. Just get rid of you really quick. We'll probably make a quick stop and grab another Ring of Leovinus, just in case. I tend to run a lot of characters at the same time, so it'd probably be best to grab multiple rings as well. I'm kind of weird that way. And I mean, we're right here anyways, so why not? Just wipe out this apparent horde of mummies. What is this? I've never before seen this many mummies in one place. Honestly. Holy cow, that was absolutely ridiculous. And who are you? Excuse me. The nerve. We have you. There we go. Phew. And then we'll go grab the aspirants. They should be over there. Somewhere. They're somewhere around. They're pretty close. I can't remember exactly specifically where they are, but they are pretty darn close. Shrine we don't need yet. Okay. Gotta think about this. Bleeding resistance. We have bleeding resistance there. We're overcapped on bleeding resistance. We have vitality resistance, which we do actually kind of need. We have fire resistance, which we absolutely don't need. But we lose some aether resistance from the rune stone, which isn't a huge problem at this point in time. So I think we're going to go with this helmet, in all honesty. We're not going to need substantial amounts of aether resistance for a hot minute. Okay. Yeah, we should be fine with that. It's a little sad to see the helmet of the glory of the Silver Knight go, but honestly, we always knew we were going to have to replace it at some point anyways. It was not designed for this build. Doesn't flow with the build really that well because the Abolish Evil is for melee weapons, and even though we're a melee build, we're still technically using ranged weapons. So, yeah, it was time for that to be unequipped at that point. I mean, it was a matter of time. We can afford to lose the Aether resistance temporarily because, frankly, we're not going to be seeing Aether damage for a little while at least. Not until we're done with the Forgotten Gods and go back and switch up to Elite. We'll see, of course, Aether resistance being needed for, I forgot about the, temporarily forgot about Port Valbury, but we can also stall that for as long as we need. At least until the end of this, so we have actually a good opportunity to grab more equipment that has Aether resistance anyways, so I'm not that concerned about it overall. And I think the guys we need are right down here. Yeah, they are. Here we go. Alright, now we're going to go back and report this, and then we're going to end the episode, because we've accomplished what we needed at the Temple of Osyr, and then the next we can hit the Karen docks. That'll be a pretty magical time. We'll go ahead and sell our trash in the meantime. But, we want that, amulet, so we're going to leave that. At least for now, until we find something better. Another one of these? Really? That's the second one I've got in this session. What the heck? That's ridiculous. My goodness. Let me see. Put this in here. I forgot to put this where it belongs, right here. There we go. Manticore eyes, which I desperately need. I've gotten a couple of, the, what do you call them? Sigils of binding. Alright, this is the one where we have to talk to the people and decide who goes, right? Ooh. And then I have to combat those people. Yep, we'll probably do that really quick now while we're at it. Let me see. Oh yeah, I have to talk to like pretty much everyone who's a sale person. Yeah, he's got a terrible attitude. We're gonna go for that. I like how this other guy up here is just randomly helping us out with Harold anyways. Honestly, this Seeker right up here is the MVP of that little fight. Let me see. Yeah, sure, you're enthusiastic. And no, I actually like you. What about you? Yeah, we get rid of you. Who are you? Maurice. Oh yeah, we'll spare Maurice from this nut bar. Yep, alright, that's fine. And... just take care of this really quick. These guys aren't that difficult, they really don't do much. Obviously, they have the usual vitality and... Yeah. Vitality and chaos damage that most Slail cultists have. I always just say that they pass because I just... At this point, you just wiped out 3 other people, so it's like, why wouldn't you? Now you may be wondering, oh gosh, there's not a whole lot of experience going on here at the Conclave of the Three, and you're absolutely correct. But the primary reason why is because the possibility that you can come here and start accomplishing these quests after defeating Krieg for the first time. So that's really why the experience rewards here aren't too high, but this is more about getting the... I am so close. This is more about getting the reputation for the cults. That's what it really comes down to. That's what's important here. It's not about the experience when you're completing these... Oh, hold on, the Vanguard. We can actually talk to the guy in the Vanguard at the 3, but we need to get the brothers in the Karen docks next episode. We're just going to talk to this guy for the free experience, and that was 10,000 that time, which is nice and all. But yeah, this, you won't necessarily be able to get to here so quickly, which is why this is fine.
I hear you've done some excellent work around here.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, so... There's a merchant here, so we'll go back and sell that. So... At this particular point, I mean, a lot of the Forgotten Gods quests are really more about the reputation you get with the cultists. There's not necessarily an expectation that you're here for the experience, necessarily. So that's really why. Isn't there something I'm looking to get from you? There's Soil's Devourer, but that's not really what I'm talking about. No, not really, I guess. I think it was some of this stuff. Maybe. Doesn't really make a difference. Anyways. So, yeah, I mean, considering our reputations right now, Barrowholm, I mean, as we kill Chthonics, but we're not going to be killing any more Chthonics for the duration of Veteran here, because obviously the Conclave of the Three, then we've got, well, there is one, no, there isn't, never mind. I was going to say there's one more quest where we deal with Chthonics, but I don't think we do. I'm not remembering any for Veteran. So Barrowholm will probably hit Honored before we return there in Elite, but we're not going to hit Honored in Veteran at all. We'll definitely get to Honored with the Coven, because there are enough beasts lying around the Forgotten Gods content that very likely we will hit this. So I'm not that concerned about it. The cults, well... I'm gonna be honest, we'll probably hit Respected with the Cult of Soleil, and then just Friendly with the other 2. Devil's Crossing, we're not even going after Cromley's gang, so it's just impossible. Homestead, we're at Honored already, that's fine. Kim's Chosen, we've been at Honored, that's fine. Mammoth Resistance, we're not going to be killing... there's a possibility we'll get some more reputation for this from Valbury, but I don't think we're going to get enough to get up to Honored here. Probably the Black Legion, yeah. We'll probably hit the Black Legion's, get up to Honored with Port Valbury if I'm a little lucky. We have Honored here. We've been Honored here. It doesn't really make a difference. I don't think she sells anything that I need. And, yeah. That's basically what we're looking at there. As for... let me see. As for the plan next episode, we're going to go ahead and go to the Karen docks, which I actually think it would be smarter to go to the Corvin Sands. We need to find the Sarlacc pit and just look at it. I don't intend on going down there because there's really no point. So we'll just look at the Sarlacc pit, tell the guy, he'll die off, that's fine. Deal with that, and then we go and we deal with the stuff in the ruins of Abid. And the stuff right over here in the Valley of the Chosen. Get rid of all of that. That's perfectly fine. And after that, we'll keep an eye on our Aether Resistance to see if we can get up the Aether Resistance we need for the Port Valbury quest, ideally. And if we can do it, then we'll go ahead and clear that. But if we can't, it's not going to be a huge deal. We're clearly getting large amounts of reputation with the Outcast, so it's not the end of the world if we move on from this difficulty without completing that. I'll probably finish the Forgotten Gods content again first, so I can see if I can get a piece of equipment that has better Aether Resistance, because I am going to need that. I'm not going to be able to do it with the Aether Resistance I have now. I already know that. So, while I could put that helmet back on, the Glory of the Silver Knight, I would prefer to see if I can find something else, because the helmet I have on is a lot better, other than the drop in Aether Resistance. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm not concerned about hitting Revered with the Outcast. I'll probably even hit it in Elite, honestly. So it's not that big of a concern at this juncture. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and I need to store some of this crafting materials. We are going to be in pretty good shape here. There's not really going to be any kind of serious problem for the rest of the Forgotten Gods content, really, because I have something that reduces their elemental resistance, and a lot of the enemies coming up do a lot of fire damage, which I'm heavily resistant to, which is going to be really nice. Actually, fire becomes one of the predominant damage types moving forward. That and physical/internal trauma damage, pierce damage to some extent, but for the most part it's primarily fire, which is great. So we're really not going to have too much of a problem here, especially since, like I said, we are wiping out decent amounts of their elemental resistance. We have a pretty heavy focus on lightning damage, which is really nice. We, of course, have Arcane Empowerment, which is adding more to our piercing and damage in general. It's just going to be fantastic. So, overall, this shouldn't be too difficult to get through the rest of this, really. Yes, I'll be somewhat resistant to my retaliation effects, because those are rather biased towards fire. Aura of Censure, of course, will be doing a little less damage as well, because it is purely fire, but beyond that, we're really not going to have too much of a struggle here. So, with that being said, thank you all very much for joining me. If you liked this, please like and subscribe. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, ideas, suggestions, what have you, please leave them down in the comments below. I do read them. Thank you all very much for joining me, and have a great 24 hours.